Oh, test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3.
1 2 1 2 3 1 2.
Test 1 2 3. Test
1.
Hello. My audio's been weak lately.
It's strong.
Test.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much. Slate.
I think you have these characters today. I think you're going to be fine on the names.
You think I can do these?
Mm-hmm.
Even hold on.
Emanuela Postacchini.
Emanuela Postacchini.
Yep.
It's easier to say when you do the accent. Emanuela Postacchini, Ed Harris, Bill Murray, Jennifer Coolidge, Louis Pulman, Gabrielle Union. Is that good? Oh, yeah. Pete Davidson. There you go. I don't know why Dustin Hoffman got a credit in this.
Yeah, was he in it?
Well, he was originally slated to play Bill Murray's character of Leftie.
Was he?
He was.
I was like looking at that. I was like, he was not in this movie.
No, he's not. He was originally slated though. This has got some fun backstory.
Okay.
Oh, that coffee's hot. That being said, that. Hello and welcome to the show, Streaming Without a Paddle. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Ted.
This week, Ted and I, we took on... Now, it's not a Hulu original. It's a Hulu acquisition. It's called Riff Raff. It's 1 hour, 43 minutes. It's a crime comedy. Okay, yeah. I think it's just more comedy because there's not really a lot of crime in this.
It seemed mainly like a comedy.
It was a comedy. And I just read off, if you weren't listening, we can do it again because I did it with an Italian accent because of Emanuela Postacchini. She's in this movie. Right, Ed Harris. Billy Murray. Everybody loves a Billy Murray. And Jennifer Coolidge, Louis Pulman, Gabrielle Union, Pete Davidson. And I guess Dustin Hoffman was playing a tree.
Miles Harvey. Miles J. Harvey was the kid.
Okay. Yeah, Miles J. Harvey. There you go. All right, there you go. Right. Oh. And then, just to keep up on it, Michelangelo Covino. There we go. He played Johnny.
Most unbelievable part of this movie was that guy was just, we can't keep up with all the broads you're nailing. I was like, I bet you can. I bet you can keep up with all the broads that he's nailing.
I don't know. When you're the son of a mob boss.
I guess, but, I don't think that's as...
All right, so do you want to tell what this about, or do you want me to just jump into the funny story behind this?
Go to the funny story. I mean, it's a crime thriller.
Okay, well, no, this is really. I just read off a huge cast. I mean, I'm sorry, Ed Harris, Billy Murray, Jennifer Coolidge, Louis Pulman, Gabrielle Union, Pete Davidson, right? Miles J. Harvey. Well, he's not huge, but anyway, huge, Emanuela Postacchini. Big cast. Mm-hmm. Big, wonderful, wonderful cast. All right. So this movie actually dropped in November of 2024, if everything I'm reading is correct. And when I say it dropped, it went, that's when it premiered at a film festival. I want to say that it was in, if memory serves me correct, it was in Australia. Okay?
Okay.
And Toronto, is that where it was? Toronto?
Mm-hmm. And it played at the Victoria Film Festival, but it premiered at Toronto.
Oh, okay. There you go. Thanks. I knew it was out of state. But anyway, 1 week at the box office. That's it. Worldwide, $1.8 million pulled. After $1.8 million. It's got a budget of, I read, $16 million. And they pulled it after one weekend. And it brought in $1.8 million. I don't know why they did it. Then it just sat there. Then Hulu acquired it, apparently. And it dropped last week on Hulu. And the name of it is Riff Raff. I don't think we jumped into that, did we? Riff Raff. No. Riff Raff's the name of this movie. Again, crime comedy, more comedy than crime. 1 hour, 43 minutes. Huge cast. I can't figure out what happened. I can't figure out why they would pull this movie after... I mean, it almost sounds like there was a, pardon my French here, a pissing match between two people, and then somebody said, we're just going to pull it.
I think they put it in theaters for a week to see if any of it could get an Oscar nomination. because you have to be in theaters for a week.
But why wouldn't you just go ahead and try to get your money back? I mean, it's $16 million. I know in the way of the world, in the way of the movie business, it's not a lot of money to put up. Because I think Passenger 57, I'm sitting here looking at the accolades on the wall, and that was a $15 million budget.
$15 million in what year? 94?
1992, I think it was.
That's a world of difference.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying. I mean, that was a $15 million budget. This was a $16 million budget in 2024 or 2023.
I think that...
I mean, it's nothing.
I think that this movie doesn't have the... Okay, so movies that go to theaters that actually get a nice pull, they're all pretty big spectacle movies.
Right.
This is not. I wouldn't pay money to see this in a theater.
I think the names alone on this would have had a draw. I really do. Bill Murray, you build up a comedy, blah, blah, blah. Right. I mean, just to recoup something after, I know $16 million in this is not a lot of money. I mean, it's a huge cast. So, I mean, I'm figuring after this cast, they probably only had about 9 in the director. For actual production, they only probably had $9 million. I mean, to put into crew and other cast members, that kind of thing. Mostly below the line, a couple above the line. But anyway, I mean, just think. They cast this with Dustin Hoffman playing Lefty, a co-lead in this, back in 2023. And he got swapped out with Billy Murray for whatever reason. Don't know. Don't care to know. But, I mean, somebody read this script and said, and I'm going to say it because if I read this script, I love it. I love it. It's a good script.
A little slow at the beginning.
Good script.
I found the first 30 minutes to be so boring. And then the last bit, I was like in it. Once it revealed some stuff, once it started to reveal that I don't want to like give away and telling what it's about, but once it revealed...
Well, go ahead.
Well, it's about this ex-hitman mob guy that has been out of the game for a long time, and he moves up and gets a second wife and has a stepson and all this stuff. Well, his first son shows up. He's done something bad. He doesn't want to talk about it. He's being looked for with his pregnant girlfriend, and then his first wife, like drunk mother to this guy, also shows up. So that's the first 30 minutes. Then once they all get there, then like what happened, what the son did kind of unfolds, and it shows you flashback footage, and then it starts to get interesting to me.
Okay.
I don't want to give away any more than that. Bill Murray is a gangster who is after them with Pete Davidson, who's like a pretty funny, fumbling sidekick.
Yeah, all right. I'll just say, Bill Murray plays Lefty. He's the organized crime boss, and Louis Pulman plays Rocco. Rocco.
Yeah, he doesn't look like.
I love that's a stretch name, isn't it? Rocco.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's how the characters play together. Ed Harris plays Vincent, who is the father of Louis Pullman's character Rocco. Ed Harris is, as Ted was saying, was associated with the mob, and he and Billy Murray, Lefty, they were partners at one point, and they were hitmen. He just comes out and he says we killed people, right? And he got tired of doing that and wanted an easier life. So he divorced his first wife, Ruth, played by Jennifer Coolidge, and then remarried Gabrielle Union, who has a son, Miles J. Harvey, whose character's name is DJ. And they live together, Vincent and Sandy and DJ. They live up in, I think it was Maine. And so then his son, Louis Pullman, Rocco, he does something bad, I'm not going to say, bad against the family.
Mm-hmm.
And so Billy Murray, is a character Lefty, is left with no choice but to track down Rocco and straighten this out. And Lefty's right-hand man, in this case, is Pete Davidson, who plays Lonnie.
Yeah, he's funny.
Again, it's a big cast. It's a named cast. I mean, I'm not going to say everybody's an A-lister, but they're all high B's, that's for sure.
It just,
for the most part.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter anymore. You've got to be a big tentpole Marvel movie, horror franchise, something like that. It just doesn't matter. Or a kids movie. To get what you're talking about, people don't even know about this movie.
I know. I didn't know about this until I was on where was I? I was on Hulu, I guess, and it popped up, and I was just like, what in the world? I mean, this snuck in there, and so I texted Ted and threw it at him, and
yeah,
and here we sit talking to you about Riff Raff. I'm just gonna go opposite of you. I'm not. It's not really opposite. It's just that I didn't need a lot of over the top storytelling to begin with. I think it broke down pretty nice. I mean, the way the movie opens up, and you get an idea that something went wrong, right? And then they I think cinematically played that very, very well, in the sense of the first 30 minutes of this of building up to, because it to me at least, it drew the interest of, okay, what really happened back there? Sorry about that. What really happened back there in Boston? I guess that's where they were at.
Yeah.
And then we do, like Ted said, flashbacks to find out what went down to garner all this attention. So, but I thought it was well written. I mean, I enjoyed this movie. I thought, I thought it was very funny, but it's not laugh out loud, ha 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 ha. My ribs hurt, but there were moments in there. I'll give you one scene here. It's not a spoiler because it's not significant to the whole plot. But Leftie and Lonnie are chasing Rocco down, and they got a pretty good idea where Rocco's headed, and they pull off the side of the road, and of course they're out in the country, and it's just a general store. Pete Davidson gets out, goes in the store because he wants a cup of coffee, right? And so he goes in there, and he's like, his first word, "This isn't 7-Eleven," because they got fresh produce everywhere. It's more of a
general store.
A general store, yeah. Well, more of a fruit stand or a vegetable stand, kind of thing there. And Leftie comes in, and when he comes in, it catches Lonnie asking the proprietor if he has any Slim Jims. And he's like, "I think if I was you, I'd stay away from those. I just drove," whatever he said, 50, 100 miles, whatever it was, smelling your farts. And I don't think your gastrointestinal system could handle a
Slim Jim.
Yeah, right. Why don't you get something like in the neighborhood of an apple or something? It was funny. I mean, it had that kind of humor, and then of course, he calls him by name. Lonnie calls Bill Murray's character Leftie by name, and he goes, "Did you just say my name?" Anyway,
it was a funny scene.
There was a lot of subtle humor in the movie. I mean, you listen to the lines and the actions, like Jennifer Coolidge, the ex-wife.
She's hilarious.
She was. I mean, and it wasn't that it's not that she was hilarious because she was delivering one-liners. She was hilarious because of her bumbling actions.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, and she's playing like the quintessential mob boss wife. I mean, you would You know, she's not Lorraine Bracco from Soprano.
Yeah, no, Lorraine Bracco. Well, yeah, she's in Sopranos.
Yeah,
you're talking about Goodfellas.
Right. Well, no, I was thinking of the Sopranos and Mrs. Soprano.
But Lorraine Bracco, whatever. I think she plays the therapist in the Sopranos.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about Nurse Jackie.
Yeah, Nurse Jackie. I can't remember her name. I apologize. It's a brain fart moment. There's not a lot of class to her. Let's just say Ruth.
Yeah.
Jennifer Coolidge's character, and here she is. She's gone from the city out into the middle of the woods, and she's a fish out of water. And every step she takes, literally every step she takes, she's like a fish flopping, like ooh,
yeah,
like ooh, what's that?
Everything that happens to her is not.
It's
just a wreck.
Yeah. But anyway, I thought the acting. Let's just jump into the acting on this, Ted.
Okay.
I thought everybody did a really good job.
I did too.
I'm going to say Billy Murray. I mean, once again, I'm blown away by. And again, I grew up with Bill Murray doing slapstick type comedy and Meatballs and Caddyshack and Stripes and Groundhog Day, that kind of thing. I mean, not serious acting. This guy's nailing it these days.
Yeah, but he's playing the same thing, though. The grumpier old man. He's playing like St. Vincent and this are very similar.
Well, if he's found his mojo with it, and
I don't think anybody can argue that he's always been a really good actor.
I mean, look at Denzel Washington. I mean, his character is the same over and over and over. So that's, if you're looking for that, and Bill Murray now, if you're looking for grumpy old bossy man, then you've got him.
That's your guy,
and you're gonna get a great performance out of it. So anyway, I thought Bill did a great job, and so he was my shining star in this. I mean, I don't know if you have somebody that stuck out to you, but besides,
I would say Bill Murray and Pete Davidson were the best parts.
You think so?
Yeah, they were like the most fun to watch.
Okay. My next best performance or favorite performance came from Miles J. Harvey, who played DJ.
He's pretty funny.
He plays like he plays like Urkel kind of character. Excuse me. A brainiac kind of guy, awkward in his own skin, very comfortable in his own skin, but he's socially awkward out there. There's a scene, again, not a spoiler here, where there's a deep conversation going amongst the family, Vincent and Ruth and Rocco, trying to understand what and why Leftie is chasing Rocco down. And DJ keeps popping out onto the porch where the deck where this discussion's going on, asking how to light the grill. And he does
that scene was funny.
He does it like 3 or 4 times. He and Ed Harris play off of each other so perfect. I mean, it was just ridiculous.
I've seen him in something else. I don't know what it is.
I haven't seen him. But I will tell you this. I really thought that he should be, after watching this, he'd be a great SNL cast member because he was just that great. I'm looking at his CV here, and I'm not seeing anything that I've seen. Got a lot of VO stuff. He's in Super Cool. Looks like he's on the cover there. So that was 2021.
Says voice actor.
So yeah, well, he's got a lot of that in it. Yeah, Frogs and Friends.
The Babysitter. That's what I saw him in.
I didn't see The Babysitter. So
pretty fun little movie.
Is it?
It's a horror movie.
Oh, okay. Well.
Probably not your jam.
Well, knowing that it's a horror movie, no, but I think I pretty much stay away from movies that have titles The Babysitter.
Yeah, that's not going to be your thing.
At my age. I mean, if I was 19 or 18 years old and a movie came out called The Babysitter, I'm like, rent it. Go down to Blockbusters or Captain Video and pick that thing up. I want to see it.
Oh, this kid only has 2,300 followers on Instagram.
Who, Miles J. Harvey?
Yep.
Well, everybody out there that's listening, do us a favor. All right, let's just show the power of the show. Okay, I want you to go out there, go on Instagram and follow Miles J. Harvey. Let's bump him up. All right, let's see if we can double that number off of this show. I think we can do it.
He said, "Give me that." He did the 3-name thing. That's like a real actor.
What's the 3 name? I don't
you
know.
Like Logan Marshall Green.
Daniel
Day-Lewis.
Michael J. Harvey. Yeah,
Michael B. Jordan.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. So yeah, all right.
I think when I started out, I was Ted Wilson Welch.
Were you?
Yeah, no, I never got credited. At theater, I got credited like that.
I didn't know it, but the first. No, it wasn't the first. It was Honey Baby. Mm-hmm. I was credited my full name. I'm not going to throw that out, but I was credited, and I was just like, I had no idea that they were going to. I mean, I filled out the paperwork. I guess it. They were like,
who looks at that? I never look at it.
Yeah.
If you hand me a contract on set to sign so we can shoot, I'm not looking at it.
Yeah. Well, there is a as a producer, I know there's a section is on there as what your on-screen credit should read.
And where are you? Do you get a single card? Do you share card? Do you all that stuff?
Yeah.
I don't care about all that. I never look at it.
What we're going to do is we're going to go to Instagram. I'm going to Instagram as soon as this show's over.
J. Harvey.
Yeah, Miles
J. Harvey.
Miles J. Harvey. Let's do that. Let's bump him up there. Let's double. So our target with Miles J. Harvey is 4,600. We're going to double him. So, and I know we've got the audience to do it, and we love you guys. We love you guys. All right, Ted.
You ready?
We can. Yeah, sure. I do want to say that PJ. Brian is in this movie, got a cameo.
Byrne?
Byrne, sorry.
He's funny.
Yeah, he plays that quick talking, hey, very personable kind of guy.
Yeah, that scene they were both really great.
That's the thing. We could probably sit here and talk about this movie scene by scene, and I don't think we would find a bad scene in the movie.
No, I wasn't saying that. I was just saying that for me, the first 20 or 30 minutes was a little slow.
There was absolutely nothing, or there weren't any scenes that were nonsensical to me in this movie. Everything made sense, was properly placed within the storyline, and every scene had a moment. So it wasn't, it wasn't just a lost scene. I mean, even when they're driving, when Rocco and Marina. That's Emanuela Postacchini's name, character's name. When they're driving from Boston up to Maine, there is a night shot of them driving in the car, and you feel the tension because they're coming up on blue lights on the side of the road, right? Mm-hmm. So every scene, I think, had something in it, and told had a purpose. There we go. Scenes with purpose. All right, Ted. You want me to go? You want to go put a number on this?
I can go.
Okay.
I think I would give it like a 73.
Okay. I was a 7.4. That's a good score.
Yeah.
It was highly enjoyable. I mean, I watched it with my wife. I watched it twice. I watched it alone, and then after I watched it, I was like, okay, my wife's going to like this. So we turned it on, and we honestly, we haven't really stopped talking about it since we watched it the other night. Because it was just that enjoyable. But
the director did that A Guide to Recognizing Your Saints movie.
Oh, Dito
Montel.
Yeah, right.
But he also did a movie here called Boulevard, starring Robin Williams.
Okay.
It is in Nashville. My friend Henry Haggard is in it.
Okay. All right.
Well, actually, Brandon Hirsch, Henry Haggard, a bunch of people are in it, but Henry has a big role.
I personally think that this is probably, and again, I'm saying this, I don't understand, again, why this movie didn't go someplace beyond what it has gone. Now, don't get me wrong. I love it because that's what we're about, talking about reviewing streaming originals, and technically I think this qualified because it had such a limited run. But I really did think that this movie was it could have had more legs than they gave it credit for. I'm just saying that.
I think it felt like a good independent movie.
I think that and everybody could have benefited from it had it actually done something. Now, I say that Ed Harris, Bill Murray, Jennifer Coolidge, Louis Pulman, Gabrielle Union, Pete Davidson, they're already up there. But Emanuela Postacchini, right? Miles J. Harvey, our newest friend here, Michelangelo Covino. I mean, this could have been a big bump for them if it went beyond, right?
It's just tough. It's tough anymore. I mean, think about, not to bring it back to something that I'm personally in, but like,
No.
just think about Bob Trevino. It literally won 40 film festivals. It won one of the biggest film festivals in the world, both the audience award and the overall award. And I think it made like $1 million at the box office.
Okay.
I mean, that's what we're talking about. These little independent movies that have bigger people in them, but they're, good movies.
I tell everybody who's in Bob Trevino, and if you haven't watched Bob Trevino, I have.
John Leguizamo, Barbie Ferreira. You French Stewart. Those would be the.
I was going to say
leads. French.
Yeah, and Ted Welch.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Ted Welch. I'll throw that one out. I know it's kind of hard to say your own name.
Yeah, but I'm just saying this is a good comparison. Those two movies are a good comparison. It's like, don't have big budgets. $16 million is not a big budget.
No, not today.
I think ours, and don't quote me, but I think ours was like 2.
Okay.
So that's a really small budget, but it's like, these movies are, it's the problem with the film thing, not to get too in the weeds on this. What we're looking at are these movies that we used to go see 10 years ago in the movie theater. People are just like, I'd just rather wait till it's streaming. And it's like, that's why they pulled it after a week.
I don't know how well Stripes, using Bill Murray here, would do in the movie theater today.
It would bomb.
I don't know how, again, Billy Murray, how Meatballs would do.
Would bomb.
And
Caddyshack wouldn't bomb because it's specific.
Those were big movies back in the day in a genre of comedy,
Yeah, they don't put comedy out anymore.
No, well, they do. It's called The Bear, and it's the funniest.
You see what I'm saying? They make comedy movies, but they do not put them in the movie theater.
Right?
I wanted to go see 28 Years Later. So I was looking, and I think I'm going to have to wait for it to be rental, but this is what's in the movie theater right now. Superman, 28 Years Later, Lilo and Stitch, How to Train Your Dragon, F1. That's it. And then that's like 8 movies, and then a bunch of like random things they're playing, like 40th anniversary of blah blah blah.
Yeah. I think people out there are missing out on quality films. I mean, we've had this conversation before. I think today, and you're absolutely right when you talk about these big budget, how did you phrase it? Like Superman,
tentpole movies.
I agree with. I think they really have dumbed down the audience, and I think there's a lot. Because you go in and you watch those movies, and all you have to do is watch them, right?
You don't have to think.
You don't have to think about it. I mean, I remember when I was in college and I took my first movie class, the first thing we had to do was they gave us Citizen Kane. Go watch it.
They did that to me too. Citizen Kane was the first one.
Go break it down. Tell me about it. And so we went in there and we would actually, my professor, he goes, all right, I want everybody to watch Citizen Kane. Didn't tell us what we were doing. Right. And it was interesting for the fact, because when we got back to class, he was like, all right, everybody was supposed to have watched Citizen Kane, and lucky me, I did. Rosebud. And then we had this really in-depth conversation about it, right? and talking about the symbolism of it and
themes.
Yeah. I mean, and just walking through it. You know, here's the funny thing. Wizard of Oz. That movie is so deep, it's not even funny. And the story that it tells, I mean, is ridiculous. You know, the ruby slippers are represent something, and it very political.
Yeah, the Wicked Witch represents something, and the
it was about the gold and silver market.
Yes, I mean that movie's deep.
Was, yeah, it was. It was about East and West, the Wicked Witch of the West, the Good Witch of the East. You know, it was very political in nature. Now, people today, I think they go watch it, and you know, when the reboot or whatever, you know, the new alternative of the Wizard of Oz came out.
Wizard, the prequel.
What was it called? Wicked.
Wicked. Wicked. The Wiz is the one that was like the hip hop version in the 80s.
Okay, it's like you just ruined something awesome.
Well, I think people love that.
You're spinning something off into something that it doesn't represent anything that the original did. So anyway, I think these are thought-provoking movies. You got to pay attention to it. And I get so upset, and you're absolutely right. People just go to the movie to see a movie, and they watch a movie. They don't understand, or they don't open their minds up while they're watching it, trying to understand the story being told. There's a moral to that story.
Mm-hmm. I just actually listened to an interview with Danny Boyle about 28 years later. Uh-huh. And I don't think it did as well at the box office because there's so much symbolism. And people are like, no, I just want to see zombies. And
exactly.
He's like, no, that's not what it's about. It's about survival. It's been 28 years. They have to survive. They adapt. They grow. So do these infected people. And like, I thought that was very interesting. Made me want to see it even more.
You look at the original Superman movie. I mean, that had a moral to it, to the story. I mean, with Christopher Reeves and Gene Hackman and, you know, and it wasn't so full of special effects and all that stuff that it dumbed you down to watching it. You know?
There were real scenes in it.
There were. There was a real emotional connection.
I heard this one's pretty good.
Okay, well, I haven't seen it and all that. Guys, do yourself a favor. Watch movies to learn from movies. I know it's probably those movies, and Ted was just talking, was it 28?
Years later?
28 years later. You know, there's one apparently that you should watch and get out there and absorb what it's trying to tell you, because you know these are storytellers. These, you know, they're filmmakers that are storytellers. I know we've gotten so far away from it. You know, I mean, it's, you know, it's like your mixtape, which is really called
Hey, I Made This For You.
Hey, I Made This For You. That was so deep into an emotional struggle between two people. It was ridiculous. But people just go see movies today for entertainment's sake.
And listen, I don't particularly think of myself as an intellectual. And I had, when we were talking to the people that are putting the movie out, they go, we think you're going to do really well on one I think called Mubi, which is the National Library. It's like the Criterion Collection. And I'm like, I was sitting there, I was talking to our producer, and I were talking to him, and I go, you think we're going to do really well on that? And they were like, yeah, because you're talking about emotions, and you're both just talking about what you're going through in life at 37, 38 years old.
Right.
And like being affected, and like people don't do that anymore. And
no.
I was like, oh, I accidentally wrote an artsy movie even though I didn't mean to.
Yeah, it's like John Cusack's Say Anything.
Yeah.
I mean, that movie is just, well, you know, we talked about Less Than Zero. I mean, all those movies that we grew up were story, moral, motivated movies. Today, it's like, oh, man, let's just come up with a cool scene. You know, won't that be awesome?
It's because ChatGPT's writing them.
How many times have we sat here? We talked about a scene in a movie where the director and the cast get together, and I'm sure they said, "Oh, well, let's do this. That'll be great," right?
Yeah.
Improv has gotten too out of hand, I think, outside of comedy. I can understand if you've got a slapstick kind of movie that Will Ferrell's doing, like
Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
Let them fly. Let them fly.
Let it rip. That's right. It's like, Melissa McCarthy, Jason Bateman, and Stolen Identity, right? Isn't that the name of the movie? Mm-hmm. All right, guys, here's the basic premise of the movie, right? She has stole your ID, and you've gone down to Florida to track her down to get it back, and then you're going to drag her back to L.A. where you are to get this thing settled out, okay? Yeah. In between there,
run.
Yeah, exactly. All right, there we go. All right, guys, I'm a 7, what did I say, 7.4?
And I'm a 7.3.
And you're a 7.3.
Both are a watch.
Both are definitely a watch. Again, my wife and I, we've spent the last 2 days looking at each other going, that was really a good movie.
Yeah.
A really, really good movie. And so, I'm a watch.
I'm a watch.
I'm a watch. All right. So I'm just gonna say it. The Emmy nominations came out. The Bear was.
You said, didn't that happen last week?
No, it just came out 2 days
did
ago.
it?
Yeah, no,
Well,
I knew it was coming out.
Yeah.
I was like, if it does come out and they're nominated
And
for
they
best
were nominated
comedy,
for best comedy, right?
I was just like, after I suffered through binging the most anxiety-driven series that I think's out there. So, but I just wanted to let you know that. Yeah, best comedy actor, but I don't think it'll stand a chance because it's up against the studio. I haven't seen everything on the list, but I tell you what, if you haven't watched Apple TV's The Studio, cinematically, that's just absolute brilliance because it's a lot of single camera, one take, 8 minutes long.
Pretty great.
It just was amazing. So I think that's gonna win big. All right. That's all I want to say. Watch this movie again, Riff Raff, Hulu, 1 hour, 43 minutes. I'm Andrew.
I'm Ted.
There we go.